Well, hello again. So, Sustainable Development Goal 6 aims at ensuring access to toilets by 2030. Paris pursue the right to water and sanitation, which is a basic human right. So, on the back of this, we're discussing the Gamma Water and Sanitation Project. Gamma would be Greater Accra Metropolitan Area Sanitation and Water Project. My guest is Nana Dankwa. He's a governance and social accountability specialist. All right, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And good morning. I recall when we marked World Toilet Day last year, it was on November 19, the theme focused on how sanitation, or the lack of it, actually impacts on the livelihoods of our people. Have you done an impact assessment? Do we even know the volume of the problem before we try to do something about it? An impact assessment, say, in the Greater Accra region, or perhaps in Ghana as a whole?
Yeah, a lot of assessment has been done.
Yeah. So how grave is the situation here?
We are talking about just about 15% of the population.
With access
to improve sanitation, then it's a bad situation. We had an outbreak of cholera in 2015 all over the municipality. Yes. And these are indications that we are not disposing of our liquid waste appropriately. If you remember, most of our liquid waste went to what we call Lavender Hill. We just dumped it into the sea. And there's been a public outcry about that. Luckily for us, we had a plant very close to where we dumped it into the sea. We called it the Mudo plant, which has just come on stream, taking a greater part of what used to be dumped into the sea. And so we improving it. You know, it went to court. Court even gave an order that place should be closed down. Yes. So we've eventually been able to take a greater chunk of the liquid waste that goes into the sea. Okay. Now as part of Gamma Sanitation and Water Project, under what we call component 3 of the project, I'll give you an overview of the project. We plan to build 2 plants that will take the remaining liquid waste. We currently have no idea where it's going. There are bits of information people are dumping into streams and etc., which is not good enough. Incredible.
I hate to cut you. It's unpardonable that in the Accra metropolitan area, 50% of households don't have access to basic sanitation facilities, which leaves people with very few choices. Open defecation or public toilets. Yes. So what's the end game for Gamma Water and Sanitation Project?
Yes. Gamma, that is the Greater Accra Metropolitan Area Sanitation and Water Project, is a $150 million World Bank grant to the government of Ghana. 50 million is going to Ghana Water.
50 out of the 100.
100, and 100 is being used to address the sanitation issue. There are 4 components of the project. Component 1 looks at providing toilets to households, with emphasis on low-income communities. So all the assemblies within the jurisdiction of the Greater Accra chose communities, low-income communities, based on certain set criteria. And we are trying to provide those communities, those who don't have toilets, with toilets.
You know, about 5 million Ghanaians participate in open defecation daily. And so for me, it doesn't matter how much resources are at your disposal with all these huge monies you're talking about. Until we rope in the citizenry, this project might just as well not work. How are you getting the citizenry, the denizens involved in this project?
Yeah,
those who defecate openly, the 5 million who do this every day.
Yes, there's a strong social accountability component of the project where we are getting citizens to actively participate in the activities of the project.
Has this been proven to work elsewhere in other jurisdictions? Has this been tried and tested?
Yes. Social accountability mechanisms are always attached to projects to make the various organizations accountable for their actions. Let me taper off with the various other components of the project. We are providing toilets, and then we are also building toilets for schools. We are building about 255 units.
All within the Accra metropolitan area.
So on the average, an assembly is getting between 20 to 25 units of toilets.
What's the period within which we'll see this executed fully?
Yeah, we had to, for some reason, safeguard issues, suspend the construction since October. We are coming back on stream this week, God willing.
Are you in a position to tell us what brought about the suspension of the project?
Yeah, so it had to do with safeguards. You know, the World Bank, this is a Category A project, which means that it is sensitive to issues of safeguards. And safeguards basically is to ensure that the citizenry are not worse off as far as the project is concerned. If you are digging a trench somewhere and you are cutting across somebody's pavement, the person has to be well informed about what you're doing and the impact it's going to have on that person. And these have to be documented. So we have to prepare various safeguards instruments to make sure that the person even has a grievance, the grievance will be redressed, and etc. And we had a little difficulty with the documentation. Okay. And so the bank...
So barring any other unforeseen circumstances, when are we looking at this fully implemented, executed?
Yes, the construction was at various stages at that time. Some had been roofed, some had just started.
But we must have a time frame within which we're working, within which we should see this fully done.
The various contracts were given by the various assemblies, different timelines. But we envisage that by the end of this year, all the contracts should be cleared. Yes, looking at the various stages where they are, they should be cleared.
So how are they involved? How are the citizens themselves involved? Are you organizing town hall meetings? How do you just get them, you know, to participate in this project?
Just like you mentioned, we're organizing town hall meetings where we have a cross-section of the community coming, opinion leaders.
What's the response been like?
It's been good. It's been good. Your station has covered a couple of them. It's been good. And we're not using only town hall meetings. We're using other social accountability tools. We just recently did a social audit. We formed social audit committees within all the assemblies. And these are supposed to analyze data and then in a participatory form and look at the progress of various projects so that they take the assembly to task.
Yes, because monitoring and evaluation in a project like this is necessary.
Exactly. Yeah. So those are some of the mechanisms. So of course, we have citizens report card. We can use as a participatory survey. We will use in the course of the year to find
There's a tariffs platform you're using. What's that?
Yes, that's called a Tarifa.
Okay.
It's also a social accountability tool.
Okay.
Currently, the platform is on stream. We have a dedicated number 054 4444 940. Anybody with a problem or a query, with a grievance, can just text to that number. And there's a response team at the various assemblies who are supposed to attend to that problem.
Keyword, supposed to.
Supposed to.
Supposed to.
Yes. The performance has been a little good. We've had a few hitches, and they're supposed to go and address. For example, Ghana Water. If there's a best pipe, you text. The application even allows you to take a picture or upload a video onto the platform.
Right.
And we have an administrator for the platform who will then react quickly. They've deployed activists in all the communities we are working in, and they'll take pictures and then put it on the platform, and then we stimulate the assembly.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's a phenomenal project, considering it's such a shame that we're ranked second in Africa in open defecation. It tells a lot on us as a people. Terrible. Thank you. Nana Down.